Hey everyone, and today we're going to be checking out a game called A Taste of the Past. It was a free to play game that I found on Steam. What do you do when you lose someone you love? A Taste of the Past is an emotional side scroller about reconnecting with your Chinese culture while navigating a train to the afterlife. I think the best way to find out what this game is going to be about is to go ahead and get started. A pretty damaged book. Even the ingredient list is indistinguishable. The pages are weathered and torn, proof of generations of recipes passed down. Mom used to prop up the recipe book on the kitchen counter as she made me scallion pancakes before class, hot pot for special occasions. Long noodles for my birthday. My first birthday without her. I begged for the recipe growing up, but she always reassured me that it was Mom's secret. We used to make dumplings together every Sunday afternoon, dipping our fingertips into water to connect the peel. The fresh smell of chives as the gyoza hit the hot oil. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I can't remember the last time we've cooked together. She eventually only put thought into her cooking for work potlucks. Cooking for people who've never heard of chili black bean sauce. Dad never understood our love for Yao Tayo, how we'd meticulously dip the dough into congee. I knew her less and less, hearing about her day through eavesdropping on phone calls. Of course, you're not there when I need you the most. I can't believe I fell asleep. I bet I missed my stop. I guess I'm not in control. Where is everyone? Oh, I am. Okay. It's an old couple. Cute couple. Grandma? Hey? Nani? Honey, last time I saw you, you were just a couple of feet tall. I thought it'd be years before we'd meet again. What's going on? I thought you were dead. Oh, May, I'm so sorry. Your mom left you too soon. You know about that? What is this place? I found her here, May. Even though it's been so long since your great-grandma died, I still remember it clearly. I saw her everywhere. I kept reliving all the memories I had once forgotten. I understand how you must feel. Wait, Mom's here? Where can I find her? There's so much I need to tell her. You'll see her when you're ready. Oh, my bad. Okay. Let's ask about the train. Where am I? I know this must be jarring, but you're right where you need to be. The train has a way of bringing those in need of guidance to it. Am I dead? Am I dreaming? You're okay, dear. I have one more thing before I should let you go. Do you remember the first time you swam? When I was 6? I used to take you to the swimming pool every Friday after elementary school. You complained every time that your mom wasn't there, but she was cooking dinner for us. When you made it to the deep end for the first time, your mom made mapo tofu, your favorite at the time. She loves you. You haven't been there for the past few years. She wasn't there then, and she's not here now. Oh, got a little bit of resentment. She's been there all of your life, even if you don't see it now. You know it's my birthday, right? Where is she for that? I know you must feel hurt, but she sacrificed so much to make sure you were cared for. Moving to America, giving up her dreams. If you want to take one thing from her, it's to love even when no one is watching. But how am I supposed to know she loves me if I don't see it? It's everywhere around you. Her waking up early to take you to school, working extra shifts to pay for your art classes. She never passed down any of her recipes, though. She didn't want you to worry about cooking so you could focus on school. Take this list and go to the fridge. I promise your mom I give this to you. What's up, Grandpa? It's been a while, May. I'm happy to see you again. Your grandmother hasn't been doing well since your mother joined us. Oh. It wasn't her time yet. Can you tell me what's going on? I'm sorry, but not yet. I never thought I'd get to talk to you again. You know, they say you'll have all the time to sleep when you're dead, but your grandma still wakes me up in the morning to share the latest family gossip. Sounds like her. So you live here? And grandma lives here too? I guess you could say that. How are you holding up? I can't stop thinking about Mom. I can barely get up in the morning. Remembering her is part of accepting that she's gone. You'll remember her when you hear her favorite song on the radio or when you set the table for dinner. But it also hits you when you see something beautiful and wish you could tell her about it. That's true. The truth is, you'll never stop grieving her, but you will learn to celebrate her life by cherishing these memories. I still can't bring myself to delete her voicemails. I try to remake her food, but the online recipes I found are never as good as hers. Soon, you'll learn to carry her with you properly. But for now, I want to know more about you. I haven't seen you since you finished middle school. How have you been? Let's talk about art class. Mr. Liu, you remember him? Ah, yes, your art teacher. He submitted my portrait of Mom to the Mother's Day contest. It'd be my first Mother's Day without her. I'm sure she wishes she could see your painting. How is school? It's been awkward. Everyone in class already walks on eggshells around me. I got sent home from the last class from last week for crying. Everyone asked me if I was okay, and I was like, no, I'm just a kid, and now my mom's dead. Then they started crying. So then I started comforting them, even though I'm the one with the dead mom. They were like, I can't imagine what I'd do if my mom died, but I don't have to imagine. I'm going to be reminded for the rest of my life that my mom's dead. I relate to this feeling. Every holiday, when I get married, when people ask me what my parents do, Thanksgiving is coming up, I don't want to see everyone spending time with their parents. Even though Mom and I don't even do anything for Thanksgiving. It's the fact that I'll know what can never be. And now I'm bitter about people who did nothing wrong to me besides be happy. Your feelings may not necessarily be right, but they're human. Your mom's passing is going to be painful and awkward and selfish, but that's okay. I promise you, you're holding up as any person would. And one day, your classmates are going to understand where you're coming from. Take care of yourself, May. We're all thinking of you. Oh, thanks, Grandpa. Wise words from the grandparents. What's this? Oh, this is the fridge? Recipe: noodles, mushrooms, scallions, sesame oil. Noodles, mushrooms, scallions, and I don't know which one is sesame oil, but I'm guessing it's this one. Nice. I did it. I did it. Hi. Have I met you before? You look so familiar. May? Is that you? Who are you? I haven't seen you since you were a baby. I'm your great-grandmother. I think Mom showed me a picture of you once. Hopefully it was a flattering picture. How are you? I don't know. Have you had the funeral yet? It was last week. I took my sister to the mall to shop for a black dress, and it was weird. Like, what am I supposed to say when the sales associate asked me? Looking for anything in particular today? And it's not just that. Who's gonna take me to GG Ranch, 99 Ranch? Who's gonna watch scary movies with me? Part of me doesn't want to be happy because that will mean I've accepted her death. But that's what your mom would want you to do. Be happy. I reconnected with your mother here recently. All she talked about was you. Do you want to hear what she said? Yeah. She said that she could not be more proud of you. She told me about how your robotics club made it to finals. How boldly you paint, your love for 80s music. She remembers all these things about your life. That's how you know she loves you. I didn't know she felt that way. You think that if everyone goes through a loss, that we learn a better way to cope. We have the stages of grief to guide us, but grief doesn't know it's supposed to be linear. I feel like I'm going through the 4 stages all at once. You could take all the time you need. I wish we had more time so I could get to know you better, but I should let you go. Who are you? Are you great-grandpa? You must be my great-grandpa. You must be May. I need to ask, how's a teenager in your time? How's being a teenager in your time? Kinda terrible. Sounds like things haven't changed much then. I'm sorry about your mother, but let's get your mind off of it, okay? We can talk about something else. Anything you want to know about me? Yeah, how did you meet my grandma? I don't think I've heard that story, Grandpa. We were in the same high school, and we passed notes to each other. We drew doodles, poking fun at our teacher. When I moved away for the war, we kept in touch through writing letters. I was always excited to see what sketches she had for me that week. She'd draw what my family was up to, and I'd draw the latest pranks the soldiers pulled on each other. Eventually, I came back from serving, and I wrote her one last letter, asking her to be my girlfriend. Aw, that's sweet. I haven't had a boyfriend yet. I wouldn't worry about that. You inherited her looks. My turn to ask about you. What makes you happy? Going on walks in the neighborhood with my mom. Falling asleep to the sound of the rain. Listening to throwback songs in the car. That's good. The small things are always worth holding on to. I have to be honest with you. I had a complicated relationship with your great-great-grandparents. You'll meet them in the next train car. They're interesting people. It wasn't until they passed that I understood them. After my dad died, I had to pick up his stuff from my childhood house, and it was only then that I realized how similar we were. Navigating the familiar roads in my neighborhood, working to provide for my family, wondering what my purpose was. You lucky you had this bond when your mom was living. Losing her isn't lucky. She was barely there when I was alive. You'll learn more about your mom as you grow older, and you'll understand what I mean. The train is quite dirty. Before you go, why don't you wash your hands before you travel further? I just had a thought. When Mom was telling great grandma about how my robotics club was doing, I bet she was like, "What's a robot?" And that must have been a whole nother conversation. E. Click and hold to wash your hands. E. I'm clicking and holding. Maybe I just have to keep clicking and holding. Boom. Okay. I had to stop it right at the line. It took me about 3 tries to figure that out. Hello. Hey kid, I heard you need a ticket to ride a train. What? I'm just messing with you. Just something us great uncles do. I'm still confused. How this train works? Am I going deeper and deeper in time? Each cart houses a generation and you, my dear. We've reached the best part of the train. Of course you say that. I wouldn't take your great-grandparents too seriously, though. Especially your great-grandfather. He's been telling me the same story from the war for decades now. What's my purpose here? What are these ingredients for? Shouldn't it be obvious from how everyone's talking to you? About Mom? She left something for all of us to give you. Why me, though? Why not Dad? Because you're her daughter. From the day you were born, you became her world. Oh. Also because having kids means finally someone will laugh at your jokes. That doesn't last long, though. We've already gone over that. Were you a parent? I am. You never stop being a parent, even when you're dead. When my wife was pregnant, I was terrified. I felt like I should have prepared more and had more patience, earned more money, knew more. But then my son was in my arms and I knew everything was going to be okay. That's what being a parent is. Being okay as long as your kid is. Is that how my mom felt? I'm sure of it. You read every book and consult every doctor, and you still won't feel at ease until your child is safe. I wish my mom could see me now and tell me everything's gonna be okay. There's still so much left for me to do, and she can't guide me through any of it. I haven't even finished high school. I have to fall in love, get my heart broken, go through an emo phase, find myself, work at the bookstore, down the street like I always dreamed of. I have to paint something greater than I've ever done before. One day, you do all those things, and we'll be here, cheering you on. People told me I wouldn't be famous, but look, I'm in a video game. Huh? Don't worry about it. Your mom told me to give you these noodles. You can boil them on the stove before you go. I thought I had the noodles already. 80. Oh, there we go. Okay, it had to be right on the money. Oh, and then it has to go up. And turn it back down a little bit. Nice. Oh, look at her. She's cute. This is my great-great-grandma? Hi, May. It's an honor to meet you. Your grandmother told me that you were an artist. I'd like to hear about what art you do. I paint watercolor portraits. What have you done recently? I did a painting of my mom and me. She's the sun and I'm the moon. You can't have one without the other. I made it for Mother's Day, but Mom never got to see it. You must really care for your mom then. I just wanted her to notice me. I'm starting to think she always did. I don't know if anyone's told you, but I used to paint as well. I did traditional brush paintings of mountains and trees. Painting's the only time I feel like my own self. No one tells me how I'm supposed to feel. Have you ever written poetry on your paintings? That's what I used to do in my time. I'd sometimes write my own or use, is that like kanji? I'm not sure. Work. I only ever write in my journal. I'm not poetic or anything. How about you try now? Let's write a poem about moving on. Here goes nothing. Grief is a book where the words are out of order. The pages can no longer make us forget. Grief is a book that burns. Every time someone tells me to move on or tells me they're sorry. A book with its spine torn out that throws itself into the fire without anyone caring. Grief is a book that cannot take you to another world. Grief is lasting through death. Grief is love that has lost its path. Where the daughter must face that her mother is gone. Where the ending is already written. Are you sure the ending's already written though? Are you sure this is your first time doing poetry? One more thing. Your mother wants you to chop and fry these vegetables. Don't forget before you move on. Chop, chop. Pick up the knife, chop the veggies, and put the knife back where you found it. Okay? Nice. Hey, puppy. Ruff, ruff. Ruff, ruff. Ruff, ruff. Ruff, ruff. Hi. Everyone's been talking about you. I'm May. Nice to meet you. I heard about your mom. It's gonna be hard, but you need to take care of your sister. Your dad is busy with his job. She lost her mom too. She needs her older sister to be there for her. I know, but I'm barely holding on to myself. Look, loss doesn't come easy. My mom died when I was 5. But your grandma made sure that you could have a better life in America. And you shouldn't throw that away because your mom is gone. You need to take responsibility of your sister. I'm trying. It doesn't have to be much. Just make sure she has had dinner and finished her homework. Do you understand? I guess. You're lucky that you have food on the table. Back in my day, we could only eat meals like yours for New Year's. Just because you've gone through that doesn't mean that I can't suffer too. You need to understand the value of work. Your dad has to pay for your art classes by himself now. Wow, dude. Haven't you considered that? But Mom put me in painting classes, and it's one of the only things that makes me happy. Listen, I just want what's best for you. Think about it, okay? Yeah, alright, hard ass. Zzz. Wow. Can't even wake up. I'm having an existential moment right now. Yes. You sure know how to keep a lady waiting. Is this the last train? You could keep exploring, but no one else will know a thing about making noodles. You know how to make the long noodles? You mean longevity noodles? I'm the one who created the original recipe. But I'm missing one of the ingredients. All I know is that your mother told me to give you this. Wood ear mushroom. She remembered. I feel terrible. Of course she did. She's your mom. The long noodles represent a long life. That's why you eat it on your birthday. This is your mother's final gift to you, a reminder of your Chinese heritage. You can get through this, May. Your mother told me you're a strong woman. People keep telling me that after she died, but I didn't do anything. I just begged the universe, my friends, whatever God there might be, that she would come back. I wish I knew right where Dad's favorite udon noodles are. I wish I knew how to celebrate my identity like she did, knowing the right amount of sesame oil to add to wontons. Navigating the 99 Ranch like my home, preserving my culture for the next generation. Not living in an empty house of people who forgot Mom as she was, spirited and wise, who taught me how to hold a paintbrush. But you did do something. You're carrying on her heritage and taking care of yourself. True. That's what she would have wanted. What do you want to do now? I don't know. Do I have more to learn here? I'll stay here longer if there's more to learn. I want to learn more about Blank's paintings and hear Grandma share stories about Mom. I wish I could give you more time, but you need to get home soon. After you've mixed the noodles, you've done all that you need to do. There's a bowl at the end of the train. E. No, remember. Oh no, I wasn't paying attention. I think it was yellow, blue, red though. Is that my mommy?
Mom? Is that you?
Happy birthday, May.
I can't believe you're here. So much has happened ever since you left. I need you back.
You know I can't leave.
But why did it have to be so soon? Why couldn't you stay for my graduation or be there for my robotics final?
I wish I could have stood by you through all of those moments.
No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I never appreciated how you took extra shifts to put me through art class. I'm sorry I don't help Dad enough. I'll do anything for you back, please.
You don't have to be sorry for anything. Do you remember the first time I made you noodles? You were in the 3rd grade, so small and curious. The store ran out of bean sprouts and you suggested wood ear mushrooms. From then on, that ingredient became our tradition. Our cultural heritage is shaped by these small moments. You've always been a part of that.
I'm everything I am today because of you. I never thanked you for making kanji for me when I was sick, or for believing in my paintings.
Don't worry. Just knowing that I'll always be in your heart brings me peace.
Thank you, Mom, for everything. I wish we could have dinner together one last time.
I'm sorry for leaving so soon.
You did more than enough for me. You were the greatest mom I could have asked for.
May, I want you to keep painting. Ask Dad to take you to that New Order concert. Live like you did before my passing, spirited and open.
I don't know if I can do that without you.
I'll always be with you. It looks like this is your stop. I love you. Always.
I love you too. Goodbye, Mom.
Six years ago. Scoop a small spoonful of mixing to the center, then use your spoon to connect the wrapper, like this. But how do we add the soup? Some of the filling will become the soup. All we have to do is wrap the rest of these and steam them. Want to try? Boom. Boom. I've always wanted to make something like this. Never did. I should. Boom. That's perfect. I knew my girl was a fast learner. After dinner, can we go to the pool? Ask Grandma, she can take you. But I want you to go with me. I have to clean up after dinner. Please, pretty please. Okay, how about this? If you clean up with me, we can all go together. Yes. Grandma, Mommy said she can go to the pool with us today. Don't go so fast. We have to finish these dumplings first. Where did you learn to make such yummy food? Your grandmother taught me. Who taught Grandma? Her mom taught her. One day you'll teach your kids. May, I want to talk to you about school tomorrow. You're starting the 6th grade. Ugh, don't remind me. Middle school is going to be even more challenging, but I know you can get through it. I was looking through my stuff today when I found a card you wrote me when you were in 2nd grade. Your teacher had you all write letters for Mother's Day. You said you were lucky to have me as a mom, but really, I'm lucky to have you. I get to have a little girl who's the brightest person in every room. Us moms, we're always thinking about how we can raise our kids better. If our kids will be good people or smart. Am I a good person? Yes. Except when you steal your sister's toys, like you did with her stuffed koala. Hey, she stole my doll first. You asked the question, didn't you? May, don't forget how brightly you shine. You see the world with all this care. Don't let that go. You really think so? Of course. I want you to know how much I love you, is all. Soy sauce. Oh, it said use the sauces to my liking. I don't like that much sauce. Veggies and toppings. Let's put some mushrooms, some scallies, some sesame seeds, and a couple more mushrooms. Nice.
I went to 99 Ranch the other day. My first time there without you. Did you feel emotional the first time you came to America? You must have been so excited to find an Asian supermarket and not just one exotic shelf in the grocery store. I walked past the aisles, the lychee jellies you used to buy me as a kid, the grandmas gossiping at the produce section. All those times I used to sneak Hello Panda in our shopping cart. I didn't know what brand of udon to buy. I tried to call you, but you couldn't answer. Then a lady came up to me. She grabbed udon off the shelf and told her daughter, "This one is my favorite." And just like that, I knew you were watching over me. I don't know how things are going to change, but I'll keep painting. I'll help Dad take care of Amy. I'll take everything you've given me and continue to love our family. I'm hopeful for the future, and all it took was a taste of the past.
All right. That was A Taste of the Past. That was pretty beautiful. I love the story. And I think that the way that it tackles grief and the process of healing is very well done, and honestly is super realistic. I like how they addressed it as like this natural, unpredictable, like human process, but on the other hand, they made sure to like emphasize, like why it's a necessary process to go ahead and get through, like, why you can't stay in like your state of grief or sadness forever, and for like the sake of those that you lost, you really do have to pick yourself up and keep living and keep taking care of yourself. Like that's how you carry on the legacy of those that you lose, right? And so for one, I lost my mom when I was 9, so I related a lot to like what May was feeling. One of the things was like May's guilty resentment is super real. I remember feeling when I was a kid, every now and then being like, how dare they like leave me to grow up on my own, or how dare they not be here. But then at the same time, like 2 seconds later, you feel like, oh man, how dare I? You start feeling guilty yourself for like blaming them for something that was out of their control. Kind of like this whirlwind of emotions that I feel like the story really captured. And another thing that I really liked about the game was that a lot of the wisdom that like the ancestors gave really resonated with me. So for example, at one point the grandmother said something along the lines of, you'll miss them most when you see something beautiful and want to tell them about it, but then you realize that you can't. And like for me, like I lost my mom about 20 years ago, 2 decades, right? And my grandmother, her mom, about 10 years ago. And both of those people were like my rocks when it came to like growing up and having a mother figure. That's 20 years ago and 10 years ago, and to this day I still find myself having like those moments where like I wish that I could call them up to ask them a piece of advice, or like, oh, what do you think about this recipe, or just to like, I saw something and I want to share it, and I'll catch myself really wishing that I could like call them up, like, oh man, I wish I could tell them that. And it's crazy because it's like that feeling literally just never goes away. And it's in those like random moments where you like remember that you miss them, because you're not constantly in the state of like missing them, but it's in those moments that you're like, oh dang, I miss my mama. And for me at least, you just got to learn how to like connect with them, or like their memory on like just a different level, kind of almost how like May does with the udon noodles at the end. And for me specifically, I'm super glad that I found this game like right now, because I'm actually expecting to become a mother in 3 months. This game has really got me thinking about like, how will I pour into like the new generation the lives and the light of like the past, even though they're not gone, even though they're not here anymore. And I think that it's super important to do so. And so like it's really got me thinking about that, and I think that that's cool. And I don't know, all of it together has just been like the super cool and impactful experience. And honestly, I wish I had stories like this to lean on when I was a kid. That would have been cool. But you live life with the tools given to you in the moment. Thank you, game developers. Kudos on putting together this really cool little story, really cool artwork and music. It really was a nice experience for me. So yeah, again, everybody, this was a taste of the past. I found this game on Steam. It was free to play, and if you want, I'm gonna leave a link to the game in the description. Go check them out, go support the developers, and show them some love. And with that, I hope everybody has a great day, and peace out.